Good morning, friends. Happy Monday. I hope you are feeling fit, strong, pumped and ready and super fabulous to take on another week. We are about 6 weeks now to the end of the year, so it's really, really important that we still keep riding off this momentum that we've been building, particularly over the last month or so. So I'm fresh off the back of a 2-day delivery event this weekend, which has been really great. Good morning, Catherine. And I had a full day yesterday, about 5.5 hours of skating. So I'm really feeling a bit tired, but excited to feel fit and strong and ready to take on another week. So one of the things that I wanted to talk with you about today was about a topic of conversation that came up over the weekend that I thought was a really important one to have. So the question was around, what should I learn next? What should I study next? And that's a really great, number one, it's a really great mindset to come from because, you know, we don't ever know everything or enough or whatever else. However, there are times when we will use this question more as a sabotage tool versus something that's actually being helpful. So if you are wanting to upskill, you're wanting to learn a new modality and things like that, then I'd really encourage you to think about why you want that. Because most of the time people are like, well, I don't feel qualified enough yet. I don't have a degree. I don't have a certification. I don't have the diploma. I don't have the honors. I don't have the masters. I don't have the PhD, blah, blah, blah. And what that can often lead to and what that can mean is that you end up in this never-ending looping cycle of constantly being a forever student and constantly getting more and more information without taking action. So it's really important that, number one, you analyze why it is you feel like you want to learn something new. Why do you want to learn? Oh my gosh, my nose. Why do you want to learn this new modality? Why do you want to have this new certification? Because if it's coming from a place of self-doubt, like you feel like you don't have enough knowledge yet, or like one of the comments was, well, I just want to be able to help my people more. The thing is, guys, that you've got to remember we are not always going to know all of the things that are required to help our clients. So for example, if somebody said to me, oh, look, I've got this tax problem, I am not going to try and help them with a tax problem. If someone tells me that they feel like they've got an eating disorder, I am not going to try and help them with an eating disorder. I'm going to do my very best to refer on to the next expert that I feel is going to be able to help them or help introduce or crowdsource some information, whatever it might be. So where I'm going with that is that you don't need to know everything. And sometimes, particularly in the coaching and the consulting world, we put all of this pressure upon ourselves to feel like we need to know everything, that we've got to be able to solve every problem, every ailment, every self-doubt, every niggling thing that comes across our way. Now, what can happen is that we can end up in a never-ending education loop, right? So I'm going to show you, let's see if I can mirror my camera. This will be fun doing it. Ooh, there we go. All right. So I drew a picture for people at our event on Saturday. So you've got your skill, right? Oh my gosh, it's really hard to do this mirrored. We've got our skill. Now, what most people want to do is to keep layering up on the next modality, on the next skill set, on the next thing. So let's say it's coaching. So your skill might be in coaching and then you want to go and learn NLP. Now, I'm not making any judgment or calls that this is not the time and place to discuss my opinion on these things. So you might go and learn NLP, you might go and learn EFT, you might go and learn CBT, you might then go and learn psychology, you might then go and learn psychotherapy, you might then go and learn blah, 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 whatever else it is. So you kind of build upon that original skill in a very upskilling, siloed fashion, right? So what I challenged our people on the weekend to doing is, like, if you're feeling like you want to help your people more, then why don't we look at something that's perhaps a little bit more complementary? So I've said in this particular example, I'm like, why don't you, what else do you love in your world? And what else are your people experiencing? So let's say it's personal training, right? So why don't we, instead of upskilling, have a look at how you can cross-skill versus upskill. So it helps you become, in my opinion, if we've got that, you might want to get a couple of skills under your belt, that's fine, go ahead and upskill. But also have a look at how you could also cross-skill, because it makes you a lot more almost adaptable. It also gives you different avenues for being able to market different services, for helpful ways for you to be able to help your people. So it might be personal training. You might go and do, if you're really passionate about food, you might go and do a cooking course. Now, I can guarantee you, because of the way that, oh my gosh, it's really hard trying to mirror that. Because of the way that we are, because of the way that humans are, and particularly entrepreneurial business owners are, we will look for the metaphors, the learnings, the takeaways, not just in cooking, but also in all the other things. We'll look for the little nuggets that we can draw upon from all of those segments to help support that original skill. So one of the things that I did early on was I went and did a money mindset certification training that really helped me to help my people, because money mindset's always a huge thing, right? Scarcity, lack, I'm not making enough sales, I don't have enough money, people aren't buying, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go and do a money mindset course and a certification, which came in over here. So it was a cross skill. It wasn't necessarily an upskill in the same modality or in the same technique. So that was really awesome. That was really super helpful. And then from there, I wanted to go and start adding some energy modalities in over here. So again, I know that there is some similar things. Good morning, Jason. I know that there is some similar things, and there's similar patterns that arise in all of these different areas, but it then enables you to start building a really robust way, and almost it kind of matures us, right? It's a little bit like going to school and then going and learning something different and expanding our knowledge and awareness, adding other things in that we're able to draw upon in different ways to be able to help our people more. So I'm not saying that upskilling is always the right thing to do, or cross-skilling is always the right thing to do, but just be mindful about why perhaps you're looking at doing it. Because generally speaking, people just start going straight up because, straight up because they feel like they're not qualified enough to do the thing that you're doing. And my challenge to you is to really be clear and ask yourself, hey, Jess, and analyze, why do you feel like you need to learn more? Because quite often it's a self-sabotage tool. It's stopping you from implementing. It keeps you in forever student mode, and it doesn't give you the space to hone your craft. I've seen this happen time and time again with people who are reasonably newish to either a coaching business or a consulting business, or any kind of business actually, where they have that imposter syndrome kick in. It's like, well, I don't know enough yet. Rather than going out there and trying to help some people with the knowledge and the skills you already have, they feel like they need to stack on and layer on more and more skills. Now, that's going to stop you from mastering the work that you do, because often, you guys may have experienced this, I've experienced this, where you go and do some new learning and it's like, oh, shiny thing, you know, I'm going to go and play with that and then layer this on and then go and play with that and then go and, you know, layer that on and go and play with that. And really, it doesn't give you the opportunity to really master what you're doing because you're throwing new information at you all the time, at yourself all the time. Meg said, yes, I had this conversation with coaching clients all the time. Extra study isn't always the answer. Exactly. So I would have a look at something if you really feel like you're wanting to learn and expand and, you know, not in your modality necessarily, but learning and expand your brain because you love to learn, then look at something that's perhaps complementary or in the line of something that you might like to do. So one of the suggestions that I made earlier was about being a personal trainer. So one of the things that I thought would be really fun would be to go and learn how to be a group fitness trainer because I still get to be on stage. We get to do all the jazzercise and the stuff and the things, and I think it'd be fun, motivating, inspiring people to, you know, get moving and get exercising. So it was like, you know, that would be kind of fun. It still helps me to do what I feel like I'm here to do in a different way to maybe the way that I do things at the moment. But it's just another, I guess, it's another way of being able to bring in some learning without the pressure presumed, contrived from yourself or from others to add that really quickly into your business. So as we launch into a new week, be really honest with yourself about what you're doing. Are you giving yourself the space, the time, and the capacity to be able to really hone and master your craft? And maybe have a think about, well, in 2019, what would be something that I would love to learn because you're interested in it versus feeling like you need to do it because you need to upskill. All right? So that's that for today. I am going to go and get my exercise on so I can get fitter and stronger and better and all of that kind of stuff. So I have a really beautiful and amazing week. Tomorrow we are on at 11 a.m. for Visible Live. We are talking about something fabulous. I can't see my piece of paper, but I promise you it will be amazing and I trust that it will be helpful. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we are back at 9 a.m. for the coffee run. So get out there, go help some people, get visible. Let's get visible, and go help some people. Most of all, have fun doing it. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.